Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So what I want to talk about here while I'm out here working is jobs. Business, jobs. Y'all know sometimes, a lot of time, my hair be out of place. And it's because I be making videos on the go while I'm out here working. So people have come forth, and nothing against him. I watch his videos. He all right. Linval Williams was making the point, don't quit your job. So I want to say that in some cases he's right. In some cases he's not. Sometimes you just got to quit. What I would say, though, is make sure the lead up is right. Make sure you got sitting on them G's, bands, whatever you want to call it. Because you don't want your health, your mental health or your physical health to take a hit because you trying to work a job that's probably not enough money anyway to get you over the top. Here's what I do. And a lot of people might not agree with me, but I'm going to tell you what I do. If I'm working for a company and they're not making me rich, not improving my financial situation, where what I mean by this for me is when I buy things, I still can move forward. Not when I buy things, now I'm getting broke or I'm breaking myself. Here's what's weird. And I told y'all about this. The spirit at your job a lot of times is going to determine how well you do. If your job is toxic and you hate it, no matter how much you make, sometimes you just not. Now, if y'all both work and y'all, be extremely careful and all this stuff, then you might see some money. But if your job is toxic, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to see your finances increase. Not impossible, but difficult. I had a job. I'm going to show you something. When I was in Texas, after I got evicted, the one time I've been evicted, I got a job at a company named Luxottica, right? Now, for some strange reason, I was bouncing back with Luxottica. Now, I believe it was the perks, the overtime, and the environment. Because, yeah, I mean, they wasn't perfect either, but for the most part, everybody stayed out of each other's way and people got along fairly decent. It was a couple beefs going on, but collectively, people got along. We got a lot of breaks. We had a break room. We got free coffee all night. We got bonuses every 3 weeks based on the profit. So it was profit sharing. And I wasn't even making that much an hour. And I was paying, I think at the time, I was staying in a room still. And the room was $334 a week. And it's like after I paid for the room, I still had bank left. Like I was sitting on bank. When my car broke down, I had probably like $400 or $500 in cash. Like I had enough. For me back then, that was a lot. I had enough to pay for my room and then some. Like we had got all our stuff out of the pawn shop on multiple occasions. One being when I was at Luxottica. So it was weird. And my last check, making $12.65, y'all. Not that much overtime that time because I quit. I made up my mind to come back here. Once my van was breaking down, I said I'm gonna get it fixed. Go back to Milwaukee. $789. Yeah, making $12.65. I saw that, I was like, I almost didn't leave. The thing about Texas, man, is that not having state taxes, I'm telling you, it come through. And not only that, but they gonna work the dog out of you. And it's like, it seemed like some of that stuff was cheap. Like, I don't remember, like, people talk about the cost of living now. Maybe it's different now. But it seemed like when I was there, like, stuff didn't cost like a great deal. Now, minus some things have went up. But I think what matters is you been able to find and execute opportunities. You've been able to have opportunities is the important part. People say, well, you want to have 6 months living experiences and you want to... No. With Texas, the thing that messed me up out the gate was my car was still here. And there wasn't no Uber and Lyft yet. I was taking cab, and them cabs were way more expensive than Uber and Lyft. So it matters being somewhere you want to be. That's the old-fashioned thing. Tell people not to quit jobs. So they work a toxic job their whole life. And what people been doing lately is they'll wait till you finna retire to fire you. If you retire, we fire. I told y'all about what happened here in Miller Coors. And I told y'all how I know somebody that worked there. And he told me the whole story. They was messing with that man. And that man was trying to just stick it out and just, you know, just try to retire and stuff like that. And when he retired, right, I think they said a week before his retirement was complete, they fired him. Now, he had 2 safes full of money, according to people that know him. But when they did that, he was looking forward to his retirement so much, he didn't take it on the chin. He went in there and shot some people. If y'all ain't heard that story, look it up. Miller Coors employee opens fire or whatever. However you say it, it's going to pop up. So it's not in every case that you should be telling people to quit their job. That man, or not to quit their job, that man should have left. They said they was doing him so wrong. And he was just taking it. Bullying them. Just taking it. Because see, when a job get to the point where they don't respect you and they going to just keep picking with you, you either going to stand on them and get fired, maybe get suspended, possibly. Get them off you, possibly. That would be the hope. Or you going to just get ridiculed and they going to mess up your life. Jobs ain't worth messing up your life. So you have to evaluate what's going on. Like some people, maybe if you just put them in their place, hey man, I don't like how you treat me, man, and we need to figure something else out some kind of way. Or something. But my situation, for instance, there is no way I was finna stay on that job. And I'm gonna tell you why. I thought about quitting long before that. But I let the dollars build up in terms of the 457 and in terms of the pension. So at least I'll have a little bit of a cushion to sit on while I go get out here and grind the way I was grinding. See, what I'm doing out here and what I be doing, ain't nobody bothering me. Now, you have to watch out for some of these customers and stuff, and they dogs. But, I mean, ain't nobody got a problem with me because of my hair or this or that they don't like. People, if they don't like your shoes or boots, they'll make problems for you. These people are childish and petty. And that's why I don't agree with Linval that you should just always just try to stay on your job. And that's like telling somebody in a horrible relationship that they should just stay in it. Anytime there are other options and other things that can be had and replacements, then you have to decide whether or not you gonna stay. I wasn't staying. I have 14 years experience. Other people will hire me regardless of what they talking about. In fact, I don't even have to put them on the application. I was there 8 months. I don't have to put them on there. I got other stuff that I could put on there that I've been doing the whole time. I never stopped doing gig work. I never stopped doing my own business stuff because I never trusted them. I knew they had high turnover. I knew how that place was. I just gave them the benefit of the doubt and said, well, hey, they pay $30 an hour. I'm going to see what happens. That's what I tried to do. I mean, they treat new people like S-H-I-T. If they don't like you, they treat you like S-H-I-T. If you don't kiss their butt, they treat you like S-H-I-T. Now, shout out to the people. There was a lot of people there that was cool. But they wasn't they wasn't the ones that was getting on your nerve. They do little stuff like not come when you ask for something and different stuff. But I quit because one thing I don't like, and y'all gotta realize this is the Libra in me. We the scales, we the balance, is messiness. Double standards, favoritism, entitlement. I hate those things. And any other Libra that's in the right frame of mind is gonna hate it too. We just built that way. That's how the Most High built us. That's how he built us. For you to have entitlement towards me is to act like you're a god or a goddess. And I only got one God, the invisible, almighty, all-powerful, Most High. Nobody else. You try to act like it, we gonna have problems. We is. I told y'all the story last night. I went into more details again. My situation was not a situation where I should stay there. Picture somebody wanting you somewhere all the time, merely to criticize you. Taking your off days, the time you would be away from them, they take it from you. And so every day you hearing how bad you are, even though you're good. You're not even. That's why people be quitting like crazy. I remember that room was almost full. It's almost empty now. And I knew what they were going to try to do. They were going to keep picking until they found something to get me out the door. Don't worry. I'll help you. I will leave out the door. You don't got to play these games. Wait till jailers is over to get me out the door. I'll leave. Now you can make the people you like more work my shifts. Because making money is not supposed to be this unpleasant the way people make it. People be bringing their problems to work. They be miserable. They be having mental issues. They not spiritual enough. So if you spiritual, it's almost like if I just moved to the forest right now with the wolves and the deer, the moose, all the field, all the whatever's there. And I expect to get along with that wildlife. If you ain't got a godly life, you got wildlife. And then what really irritated me, like I said last night, is the fact that all the stuff that was going on under this dude's nose, and maybe even he involved in it. And he wanted to bother me about something that they told me to do. When I sat and thought about that, I said, I gotta be better than this. Ain't no way a person should be able to do you like that, and you gotta sit back and take it. You gotta have your life in order. You gotta get your stuff together more than that. Now these dudes, I guess they just gonna block my driveway all day. Pause this.
Her 2 weeks later, she'll get a flat tire.
Yeah, so let me finish this. I was listening to Coach Greg. You wonder why but yeah, man, let me move this so people won't figure out locations and get a little too bold for the britches. I don't want no smoke. I don't want to even spend a day in jail. But let's continue. Like I was saying, everybody is not meant, nor should they, keep toxic job. Everybody ain't even meant to work no job. Some people, you'll do better with business. Some people you need to figure out if you need to work a job where you by yourself. I'm one of them people. Like, I do better when I'm by myself, man. Like, these people, like, I'll admit I'm an INFJ personality, one of the rarest personalities in the world. And I'll admit that I'm not for everybody. I accept that. I do. Because what I notice is when I'm quiet and do my thing, go home, peace up. Excuse me. Sometimes people hate you even more. That's old-fashioned thinking. That worked in the in the 80s and 90s. It don't work so much now. People expect you to come in smooching booty. Not I. Because here's the thing with me. I'll fester in anger if I know somebody expect me to kiss their butt and I'm not even barely getting anything out of being there. Yeah, I got this car. But who's to say if I would have really punkered down with what I was doing, then I couldn't get this car. All you got to do, it ain't even really about credit. That's what people want you to believe. If you got a down payment, a hefty down payment, and you make enough money, they're going to give you a car. I got so many repos, it's a freaking shame. But like I told you, I think at least 4 of them are voluntary. They voluntary. I gave it back to them. The repairs cost more than the car on a couple times. I mean, it was all different sorts of things. Traded cars in. You can't see when people tell you to keep your job and your job is toxic, they giving you 80s philosophy. See, in the 80s, it wasn't as many outlets as it is now. You got YouTube. If people will listen to you, you can make money here. You could write books for cheaper. You could self-publish them for under $2,000. You got Amazon Kindle. You can sell merchandise on Amazon. You got the gig economy. All the stuff you could do with the gig. You got stuff that you could do on the side, and people be wanting their car. You a mechanic, people be wanting their cars fixed so bad. All you got to do is have a reasonable price and be consistent. Go and fix their cars. They shouldn't have to look for you. No call, no show, none of that. There's so many ways to make it now. That it's not like the 80s where you got a job and you just up and quit. Who's to say when? You can up and quit a job. I can go right to a temp agency. And I remember how hard it used to be. People doing this gig now. I'll be like, just put me on your availability list. I guarantee you they call me before the week is out. You got people ready. They used to be called labor ready. Some cities, they'll keep you working. You'll get paid every day. You got the lottery if you know what you're doing, or you got a little luck on your side. You got fantasy leagues. You got online casinos. People got ghost kitchens. Come on now. This ain't the 80s, man. You don't have to stay on these jobs. What you have to do is know how to do something. And have some work ethic. It's the summer, you can help people move and charge them a rate. Be like, I'm going to try to do 2 moves a day. Hey, I help you for 4 hours. 4 hours on this one, 4 hours on that one. Come on, man. Nothing against you, Linval, man, because you ain't the only one that said it. There's a lot of people keep that job, including people in personal life, talking behind my back. Man, how can he quit a job making $30 an hour? Easy. You go up there and work. I don't kiss butt. Illegal stuff, come on, man. I'm plugged in. I could go back to the block if I was evil like that. I don't have to keep no job. I'm plugged in. I'm going to show y'all something that I always say in closing. Righteousness in today's world is going to cost you. You going to suffer some time or another being righteous. Especially if you the kind of righteous where you just blind with it. Now you stand with a wife that don't have sex with you, don't respect you, because you think you can't get married again because you don't understand the scripture. Now you taking all kind of stuff off of all kind of people. Won't stand on them, won't fight back. It's going to cost you. If I wanted, let me tell you something. Crime pay, y'all. Yeah, you might get caught. But if I wanted to really say, F that job, and I'm not going without and I couldn't get stuff going, I'm just saying. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just telling you. Righteousness is the legs that these women stand on against men, and that these people on these jobs stand on against people. People be just trying to do what's right sometimes and be paying all type of prices. Let me give you an example. When I had my little fender bender, they prescribed me to what's that sleep thing called? Xanax. 100 pills. $2.91 with my benefits. I didn't do that, but I could have. See, I'm looking at for the back end. I'm looking at the salvation. I'm looking at being saved. But sometimes people get an edge on you. And the fact that I'm saved is why I say, you know, I can't work here. Can't work here. Because I was going to start dumping them dudes on their neck. That my age means nothing. I stay with the weights. I stay with the shadow boxing. Watching fight videos, learning new tech. That don't mean nothing. They thought it did. I believe they was underestimating me because of my age, because they don't know me like the other facilities do. All they had to do was ask Texas or ask them people in my old facility. But their arrogance is the main reason why they can't keep nobody. But to make a long story short, man, do not try to stay on these jobs, man, when they get that toxic. It's too many jobs out here. Don't stay with nothing too long. Once you see that you're not welcome there, that they don't appreciate you, whether it's in relationship, whether it's at work, wherever it may be, plan your exit or just exit. I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe. See, I'm the dude that eventually is gonna go bonkers. That's me. See, I know myself. And when I start getting that certain feeling, it's over. I had that feeling when I was sitting in that locker room. Just like in Texas, when they was trying to blame me after they had picked with me for months. Trying to blame me for somebody else not doing their job. I do not play that. You not finna put somebody else not doing their job on me, and you not finna expect me to do my job more than you expect somebody else. I don't have to work for you. Them the main things. If people leave me alone, and even if you favoritism, just as long as I don't see it. But I'm not finna let nobody hold me to the highest degree of punishment when other people is doing far worse. 6 fights that week. You telling me all of them fights went accordingly? No. I heard the girl on the radio, and one of them, she hysterical. Cause they say them dudes was annihilating a dude over there. Did he tell her it's her job to do this? No, because he want his little lining every week. He want them girls to say he cute, and he want them girls to like him personally. Can't work for nobody like that. That's why you can't always say keep every one of these jobs. Forget that. No off days. I ain't got no life. And you ridiculing me? You criticizing me and other people every second, but then taking our off days? They could do that, but I ain't. This is what I did to them, y'all. I went up there and I did this.